Okay, so in today's episode, right, we are going to talk about the Loongze. I think they changed the name because of some patent. They call it the Longu DBC reel, which is the digital baitcaster. I think so. I think it's called digital baitcaster. I don't know what DBC stand for because before that they want to use DC, but other brands are also using DC. So this is a China-made reel. Amazingly, is quite impressive. I have gotten the two models. They do make reels that is not DC, but so far we are testing out the DC lah, because we feel that the DC is more impressive, and for China to come out with a DC reel, I'm actually quite amazed by it. Okay, so if you watch my video when we were at Mount Fuji, right, at one of the trout lakes, this was the reel that we were testing out. Okay, it's actually very small. Yeah, this is a new one. So we are already selling this in shop. So you can actually purchase from us. But sometimes there's a wait lah, because sometimes there's no stock, and we need to wait for it to send from the factory. Okay, so this is very small. Let me see when yeah, this is so small. Okay, basically my one arm can cover it lah. Okay, but if you look at my other videos, right, I was testing another model which is hardly seen in other videos, or people don't really use it because this model is actually more expensive. Okay, so this is the A. They call it the A100. The left hand will be A101. Okay, oh, good. The camera is focusing correctly. So this is a non-mod version. Means I didn't do any modification to it. This is really exactly how the reel look like. It's that small. Okay, it's that small. Okay, so I want to share a bit about this reel. If you already gotten this reel, good for you. If you haven't and you want to learn more about this reel, please continue to watch this video, because I also have some confusion. So the number one question about this reel is inside when you purchase, right? They actually give you this thing. So this thing is actually like the charger. So what happened is we actually take out the DC portion of the reel. Okay, I'm going to do a very detailed video on this. So in case you buy the reel from me, or you bought the reel somewhere else, and then you want to know what is this, basically this is how it works. You put the DC portion on top, you switch it on, okay, it will kind of like vibrate. Okay, so I need to press some buttons. Okay, maybe no battery because just now I was charging it. Okay, so anyway, this thing will vibrate lah. Okay, so this thing you charge one with a USB-C cable. So this thing will vibrate and charge this thing. Okay, so my question for Loongze was, why do you need a charger since it's a DBC and it's supposed to be like electromagnet kind of thing? Means when it spins or when you cast, right, it will actually charge the battery, correct or not? They say yes, correct. Then my next question is, so why do you need to give me this charger? Okay, so they explain it this way, because this reel is a little bit like DC but a little bit special. Why special? If you know about IMZ Daiwa, right, they make a reel that can connect to the phone. The Shimano DCs haven't come out with this step yet, but the IMZ can connect to the phone. However, you need to be in Japan to work this app out. They have not pushed this app to overseas, and the app is a Japanese app. But this Loongze actually set up an app in WeChat, and recently I saw the English version already. Okay, so this is the English version. I don't know if you can see the English version, but basically there's casting mode, brake mode, spool rotation, lure, flight, everything, RPM, all this. Okay, I cannot really show you. I don't know whether it can video clearly. Hopefully it can. It shows you everything about the reel, and then you can actually change the settings and the sound of the DC reel. Means how the reel, I don't know the sound, is it the casting sound or is it the TTT or TTT or something like that. Okay, but for casting mode, right, there is a few modes. There's master mode, all-purpose mode, finesse mode, wind resistant mode, and beginner mode. So far I'm using the master mode. Brake settings, right, I set everything to 0. So let me explain first. You can do the brake settings on the app. You can also do the brake settings in the reel. So the reel, they'll go by color. Okay, so this is quite interesting. And also you can set up the auto shutdown timing. You can even come up with a water landing brake assist. Means you don't even need to thumb the reel when the lure land in the water. The reel will automatically stop. This is what they say lah. Okay, I don't use that function because I'm using the master mode. I'm trying to get the furthest distance possible and prevent backlash. I can cast very well, so I just enjoy the sound and enjoy the ease. Like sometimes got wind, you also don't care. And I casting very small lures from like 2 gram, 3 gram, 1 gram. So this is the purpose of this reel to me. Okay, it may be of a different purpose to you. Okay. Next, you get to set up the fancy lights, fancy sound. Or you don't want any sound. Okay, what happens is this reel, when you cast, you get extra, you get the furthest distance there, or you about to land, or the brakes start to kick in here, so it has all this sound to actually make it more interesting. Okay, next, they actually have these settings where you have like 1 to 4 breaks or 12 breaks. Press 1 second, you get what? Press 2 seconds, you get what? So you actually change the basically the, I don't know what you say, the software of it. Okay, so previously when I gotten the reel when it's new, right, it was in a 12 break cycle. So 12 break, I don't know, the 12 break is like red is what color, this is color. So I don't like 12 breaks. I just want 4 breaks. So I went to change everything to break fine tune 1 to 4. That's all. So I only got 4 breaks, which make it simple and easy to actually save the settings or change the settings. So when you get this reel, there is a lot of things that you can actually customize. So your reel may be very different from another person's reel if you didn't go and connect it to the WeApp chat. So I think it's very important to connect it to the WeApp chat when you get it. However, of course, it needs a little bit of patience lah. Then you need to reset the if let's say you cannot connect, you need to close your WeChat, close your Wi-Fi, close your Bluetooth, then wait maybe 2-3 minutes on again, then on your WeChat again and try to connect. I have to say that I tried it 2 times. 2 times all I get it connected, but of course not at the first time. I need to reset some things first, then later I come back and I get it connected, but I still get it connected. So that's the interesting part. It works. Okay, and previously it was a Chinese app. So I can read Chinese, so it's not an issue to me. But now it's an English app, it's even better. So there's a Chinese and an English app. So the A is a bigger reel, meaning that the spool is deeper. To be frank, I prefer this lah. This one, I also like it, but actually this is a round reel. I don't really fancy it as much because this is full metal. This one a little bit of carbon, a little bit of design, and I prefer low profile reel, so I like this more. Okay, so you can actually buy this from our website, redtackle.com. We provide 1 year full warranty for this reel, including bearings and all these things. So the agreement with Loongze is if it spoil, you send in. We will identify the problems and get Loongze to send us the parts. Or we will send in to Loongze if we cannot solve the problem. So this is the agreement we had with the brand. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Hope it gives you a better understanding of how Loongze BC reel works. I will have to say that the technology that I received today from this China company is pretty impressive. And if you know how to identify how reels are being made, there's a US brand or there's a real company that are being made by their company. So you can go and find out yourself. I don't want to say anything. You can go and check it out. Okay, they look almost the same. They just change here and there aesthetically. So this is really a very amazing product. And I think it may become popular again in the next few years to come. And these reels are set at about 150 to 160 grams. Really very light. Full metal. I don't know what kind of metal, aluminium or whatever. But that's it for today's video. Hope you like it. Hope it helps you understand better how the Loongze DC reel works. Okay, so that's it. Bye bye.